Hello, how are you today? I am here to share a gentle yoga practice, which can be done by those who might want a lighter practice, or can be practiced by seniors or those limited by age or mobility. So feel free to take this practice at your own pace, your own speed, and your own depth. Honor your body where it is today, and join me for this practice. So feel free to find yourself all the way down to the floor, maybe bringing a blanket or even a towel underneath the head for support. You might even bring something under your bum. I'm working on limited space here, so feel free to give yourself enough space to be comfortable today, even if it doesn't look like I might be. Feel free to find yourself all the way down on the mat. We'll start with the legs long. Allow the feet to splay open, the hips to settle in. Find your palms on your belly and relax. Just begin to follow your breath and take note of how you feel. You might connect to the points of connection to the earth, noticing your weight against the floor. And just noticing where you feel that sense of connection and heaviness. Allowing yourself to be soft. And notice your natural rhythm of breath. I was out of breath prior to this video, so I'm in the process of grounding and calming and centering, bringing my breath back into a rhythm of harmony and ease. Breathing out the mouth, long exhales can help to relax, followed by the inhale, and then letting it go out the mouth. On an inhale, you might point the toes away from the body, lift into the chest, broadening into the chest, the heart, maybe lifting into the chin, drawing up and open. Maybe the hands begin to come apart at the belly, coming out toward the hips. If you can't point the toes, just press the beds of the feet away. And then on an exhale, you can go ahead and release this hold. Allow the body to begin to sink back into the earth. Finding your weight heavy again against the floor. And coming back now to your breath. Big inhale and big exhale, release. Let your shoulders be soft. And we're going to do the same thing again here on our inhale. Go ahead and point into the toes or drawing the beds of the feet down. Lift and open into the heart, drawing the shoulders away, lifting into the chin. Front of the body opens and lifts. Chin begins to draw up, creating space down the front of the body. And you can't see my feet, but they're open and they're spread and they're pointed down. And then you can exhale, release. And let your heart sink back into the floor, relax into the body. Shoulders draw back to normal. Maybe do a little wiggle, shake it out. I'm now going to bend into my knees, bring my feet to the floor. And maybe do a little wiggle, find your hips neutral, feet to the mat. And we'll start here, just bringing ourselves back into presence, feet pressing into the earth. And let's take a gentle, almost internal squeeze or hug into the pelvic floor. You might feel a slight lift into the hips. Hold on, please, I'm in the middle of a class. You might feel a little squeeze into the hips coming up into your palms, and the energy kind of drawing inward and up. So let's do that together. Again, find that sweet spot, and on an inhale, we're going to press into the earth, draw the pelvic floor up and squeeze in, almost like a corset. I heard another teacher say that, squeezing and hugging inward, just gently and lightly, not really bringing much off the floor quite yet if you can help it. And then exhale, release, and allow that opening and softening as the natural lumbar curve returns. And you feel that opening in the bottom. Maybe you feel that opening and lift into the hip bones again, the hearts, and maybe you draw up, pressing into the shoulders, lifting up into the chin, just like we did before. And then exhale, we're going to release that hold, drawing yourself kind of back centered and neutral as we press into the earth with the feet and squeeze into the pelvic floor inward and upward, holding in and squeezing tight. And feeling that sensation of engagement and connection. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Release the hips down to the floor. You might press the tailbone down into the earth as you lift into that lumbar curve. You might begin to lift into the heart, drawing the shoulders back and down as you open and lift into the chin, drawing it back and up. And feeling the front of the body open, widen. And exhale, release back down. Shoulders become neutral, hips become neutral. Well, last time here, press into the earth, squeeze into that pelvic floor as you draw it in and up, pressing into the earth and feeling that engagement. A big hug inward, giving yourself a hug. Big inhale here. Inflating up through the lungs, exhale through the mouth, and release the hips to the floor. If you feel like doing it one more time on your own, feel free. Big inhale, and exhale, release. We'll say release and squeeze with ease. Release and squeeze with ease, and make sure we're not drawing the chin up the whole time so that we get a little bit of neutrality in the neck, a little bit. And we'll do that once more, just because my body is leading me to take a few of these. A lower body cat-cow. Squeeze in through that pelvic floor, hugging in, bringing warmth and circulation, and then coming back center, bring the body back neutral. Slowly draw your left knee in, followed by your right, so we have a little hug. Excuse me here. And you might do a little rock. See how that feels. Relax the shoulders, the chin, the jaw. You might find stillness. Maybe reaching both feet up toward the sky, hands come down the thighs, point the toes, flex the heels. Point the toes, maybe a bend in the knee feels a little easier. Flex the heels. We'll take it easy today, drawing the knees back. We can bring the feet back down. Draw the hands back up around the knees, drawn back toward the chest. Open the knees away from each other, out, away from the center line, and drawing them back in toward the center. Exhale, out and away. Finding circles. I like to keep my eyes closed, but feel free to do what calls to you. Just keeping your awareness and focus on one or two areas of the body, and the rest should be at ease, or at least somewhat neutral or stable. So finding that balance. Continue to follow your breath. We'll do this twice more. Last one, out and away. We'll come back in. And then we'll bring one foot to the floor. We'll draw the right toes up toward the sky. Hands to the belly. We might flex the foot up. Maybe take some circles into the foot. And don't be afraid to show your body some love and give it some time. And come back to your breath. We'll take circles the opposite way whenever you're ready. Upper body is soft and relaxed and heavy against the floor. We'll take circles the opposite way if you haven't already. And then we'll come back neutral, squeezing into the toes, spread them wide. Squeezing into the toes, spread them wide. Last time here, following your breath. Inhale and exhale, release. We'll bend into the knee here. We'll bring the right leg over the left. Press into the right thigh, coming into figure 4. And we'll press into the opposite hip if that feels comfortable, or just keep it light, keep it easy. If it's a part of your practice, you might be able to engage into the core, drawing that left leg up and back, holding around that left thigh, opening into that right side. Maybe you can flex both feet here. That feels a little more secure. We'll stay for one breath. And then we'll come right back down. Go ahead and give yourself just a minute here. And then we'll bring that right foot down to meet the left. Open into the knees. Maybe do a little wiggle if that feels like a nice release. Bring the knees back in. Let the legs fall over, or knees fall over to the left. Look over to your right. Arms come out into a Y. Relax into the shoulders. Let the hands be soft and the head be heavy. Come back to your breath, finding your inhale, drawing in through the nose. Filling up into the belly, expanding out wide. And exhale, let it go out the mouth. Scan throughout the body, see where you might be holding or gripping into the fingers or even into the toes, and relax and let it go. For your next inhale, draw your gaze center, knees back center. You might rock side to side and kind of unwind a little bit. You might even bring them all the way over if that feels good. But we'll check back in at central neutral position. We'll do the other side. So we'll press into that right foot, draw the left foot all the way up toward the sky, point the toes, flex the heels, relax into the shoulders, rocking back and forth, following your breath and staying connected. And you can bring your gaze up toward your foot or close into the eyes and really bring your full attention inward, coming into the body. You might begin to take some circles now into the ankle. Feel free to bend into the knee and take it a little more gentle. You don't have to press up toward the ceiling. Following your breath, taking circles the opposite way. Relaxing into the shoulders. Maybe pressing the
foot or taking any more motions. Oh, we'll squeeze into the toes. We'll spread them out wide. We don't want to forget those guys. And inhale through the nose. Squeeze the toes. And spread them out wide, relaxing into the shoulders. The last one. Following your breath. And then bend into the knee. We'll place this left foot over the right thigh, pressing into the left hip, or not hip, left thigh. Right hip, right hand. Just a little pressure, see how it feels. You might rock a little bit if that feels good, or just stay connected to the earth if you feel more secure. And whenever you're ready, if you'd like, you can draw the arms up and around that thigh on that right side, engage into both feet, pressing out into the elbow on that left side, creating some space here in our modified pigeon. We'll stay for a breath. Find that support and connection here into the core of the body, holding you strong, into the feet, holding us stable. And after a breath, we'll release the foot down. We'll find the foot to the earth. We'll plant the left foot to the earth, both feet now down. Maybe do a little walk it out. We're almost done here. Stay connected, find your breath, drawing in, inhale, drawing out, exhale. Great. We'll find our feet planted into the earth whenever you're ready. Take your time. As you can tell, I'm challenging myself today to stay a while, stay connected, stay present. So not rushing into the next thing, just allowing things to flow. Find your hands down to the floor. Maybe a little wiggle in your hips. Find that neutral center, pressing into the earth. As we press down and into the earth, we're going to lift up. Finding that harmony between opposing directions. So let's press into the earth, lift those hips, drawing it up toward the sky. Your gaze and your chin comes down toward the chest, opening and lifting into the heart, the belly, the thighs. Big inhale. Exhale here, staying connected, engaged. Back body solid. And on your next inhale, exhale, release. We'll bring it back down to the floor. Relax into the earth. See if you might want to bring your knees out wide, if that feels like a release. Follow your breath. We'll draw the knees in, press into the earth, lift the hips, drawing up. Heart draws up, shoulders are down and pressing in, palms, feet. Big inhale. And exhale, we'll just come right down. Follow your breath. We'll do a few more. Once you find the floor, you might open up into the knees, coming off the edges, inside edges of your feet. Finding that space now down the center in our inner thighs. Exhale, we'll come back center, press into the earth and lift. Follow your breath. Inhale, pressing up, up, up. See if you can get a little higher, a little stronger. Exhale, we'll come back down, find the floor, allow those knees to come apart now. You might put some blocks underneath if you have them. Let yourself be soft, let your shoulders be heavy. We'll go ahead and draw the knees in, come over to your side. We'll press ourselves up into a seated position. Give yourself just a minute to find your Sukhasana, easy seated position. I'm going to find a blanket under my bum. Feel free to do the same. Really trying to be gentle and supportive of yourself today. Maybe Sukhasana doesn't work for you and you might use a block to sit on or elevate the floor in some way. So have your tools next to you so if it's needed you have them. We'll see if we can't draw back and up into the shoulders or up and back into the shoulders. Allow them to be heavy.
Crown draws up. Shoulders drop down. Tuck that tailbone forward. Find your sit bones and that central neutral place between them. Drop the chin down, parallel to the floor, and come back to your breath. Relaxing into the feet and into the fingertips. Opening into the belly and feeling it get relaxed. And exhale. Let it go. And on your next inhale, go ahead and sweep the arms up. Maybe a bend into the elbows. We don't have to go to extremes and lift all the way up. Let's just start halfway there. Palm to palm. Above the head, draw the elbows back. And then exhale. Drawing the hands down toward the heart. Take a pause. Maybe look down, dropping the chin toward the chest. Big inhale here. On your next inhale, draw the nose up. We'll draw it all the way up, maybe up to where you see where the wall meets the ceiling. Exhale back center. We'll press into one side of our palm, shifting over to one side, feeling that stretch in the wrist, the forearm, the palm. Maybe you gaze and bring the chin the opposite direction over your shoulder. Easy does it. Exhale, we'll switch sides back to center, pressing into the palm. We'll look over the opposite way. Inhaling and opening into the belly. As you breathe in and exhale, come back to center. We're going to interlace into the fingers and press out and away forward, opening now into the fingers, the palms, the wrists, tucking the chin toward the chest, creating space in the back of the body and the back of the heart. We might even inhale, draw up, keep that bend that we had before. And then you might exhale, release the hands down, wiggling into the fingers. Let the shoulders be soft, fingertips find the floor, come back present. Find your breath, connect to the earth. We're going to bring our right leg forward into Janu Shirshasana. So bring that left foot into that right thigh. You might have a blanket or a block under that right knee, or just keep a deep bend if you need it. You might have a block to your side and have additional support to elevate the floor. So check in, see what makes sense for you. And to honor my own needs, I'm going to grab a drink. So got to be real here in yoga. Find those sit bones. We'll sit up tall, draw the crown up, shoulders draw up and back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, palm to palm, hands to heart. Inhale, palms draw up, bending into either elbow. We're going to take the left side, or whatever side has your bent knee, whichever side you started with to have the bend in the knee. We're going to come to that side first as we drop the palm toward the floor or a block. And then tilt over like teapot tilt. I'm a little teapot. Over that left side, opening into the right side body. You might inhale, draw the gaze up toward the elbow in the sky, draw it back. Create some space in the front of the body. And then if it's available, you can bring your gaze down toward the floor. We'll inhale, press into the earth, draw back up center. Bending into the elbows, exhale, hands to heart, bring the gaze down, take a pause, take a breath. Big inhale, and then see if you might take a half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. We'll find ourselves drawing forward, fingertips to the earth. You want to see if you can have a nice flat back and see that the spine and neck are in line with each other. So draw the chin forward, gaze is forward. See how this feels. So we don't want to be rounding forward quite yet. We're just nice and strong. And then on the exhale, find your palms into the earth. You might bend into that right knee if it's not already, and draw your heart toward your thigh, chin toward your knee. Or maybe Your crown begins to drop all the way toward the earth, opening into the back of the neck, dropping into the shoulders, and sinking toward that right leg. Go ahead and find your breath here, opening into the back of the body between the shoulder blades. On your next inhale, press into the earth. We'll draw ourselves up tall, come back, and you might even, if it feels good and comfortable for you, you might even be able to allow your head to be soft, and that might feel nice as you kind of ragdoll roll your way up. So check in and see what feels good, and we'll come back to center. Draw the shoulders back and down, check back in. Big inhale. On your next inhale, draw the palms up. We'll bring the fingertips over the head, nice bend here into our elbows. We're going to exhale, come into a twist over that knee on that left side. Find a tent in the fingertips behind you as they land into the earth, maybe crossing the front of the body or even the center. And just see wherever you are if you can find your version of a twist, looking out toward the side of the room. Inhale, crown draws up, and exhale, shoulders are soft. And inhale, you draw up tall, and you have the option leading with the heart to exhale. Leading with the heart, draw yourself back, looking over that back shoulder if it's okay in the neck. You might bring your whole pelvis with you to not have that tug. It depends on your own body. Check in. And then exhale, we're going to come all the way back forward, crisscross across the lap, tuck the chin, round into the spine, relax the shoulders forward, and take a big deep breath. Exhale, audible exhale if you can manage it. Let it go. Belly button draws in. As you inhale and come up, your gaze comes up. We'll unwind the hands. We'll bring the fingertips behind us, pointed toward the back of the room. Press into the earth as you lift the heart. Draw the shoulders back. Open and lift the chest. Look up. Exhale, allow the shoulders to draw forward. I'm going to take the block out from under my knee so that if I want to let this foot be dynamic or this movement be dynamic, I could. So I'm just going to relax forward. I might press the heel if that feels good. I'm going to inhale, point my toe, the long leg. We'll point the toe as we press into the earth, open and lift the heart, look up. And exhale, we'll relax or soften back forward as you press the heel. Maybe the chin draws toward the chest. Let's take one more. Point the toe as you press into the earth, lift and open the heart, look up. If this is too much on your fingers back there, use your fists. Exhale, last time, draw back forward, pressing into the heel, chin toward the chest, belly button to spine. Inhale, draw back up, sit tall. Exhale, bring both feet forward now. Maybe do a little wiggle, find your central neutral position. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up. Bend in the elbows, exhale, hands to heart. Great. And then we're going to bring the fingertips down into the earth, come into a staff pose, Dandasana, soft and strong. Let's find that balance. Press into the earth, sit up tall, shoulders draw down and back, core is engaged. Everything is pressing into the earth, or erect and engaged and tall. Great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that hold. Shake it out. We're going to do the other side. Bring that right foot into that left thigh. Janu, Shirshasana on the left side now. Press into the earth. Find that little wiggle. We'll bring the palms out. Sweep the arms up. Bend into the elbow. Palms above the head. Pressing in. On your next exhale, we'll bring that right hand all the way down to the floor or a block, over toward the side with the bent knee, finds the floor as you tilt and draw over. You might get a bend in that elbow on the floor here to give yourself some, a way to move in and out of this position. So you can press into the earth as you bend into the elbow and draw over, tilting toward that right side, creating a nice side bend on the left. Find your breath. You might bring your gaze down toward the floor, check your palm out, see that there's equal pressure throughout the hand. Inhale, draw your gaze up. Maybe the elbow draws back and up, opening space here throughout the chest. Inhale, pressing into the earth, come up tall, palm to palm. Exhale, hands to hearts. Gaze comes down to the fingertips, taking a breath. Inhale, we'll draw the palms up above the head. Exhale, we'll come into a twist over that bent knee here. Pressing into the earth, grow tall, shoulders soft. And if you'd like, you can lead with the heart coming deeper into your twist, bringing the gaze over the back shoulder. On your next breath, go ahead and sweep back forward. We'll cross the palms at the lap, relax into the body, round into the neck. Let the foot relax, tucking the chin, drawing back inward, belly button to spine. Kind of mimicking that balance of coming back into self, back inward when we need to replenish, restore. We'll find the inner resource. Let the head hang heavy. On your next inhale, we're going to draw back up. We're going to bring the fingertips behind us to press into the earth. Draw the shoulders back open and lift the chest. Point the toes forward if you'd like. Look up. You can even bring your palms all the way down if it works for you. And on the exhale, kind of relax into that hold, coming back forward. You might press into the heel, coming back inward. Inhale, press into the earth, press the toes open and lift the heart. Gaze comes up. Exhale, drawing back forward, softening through the front of the body, pressing the heel, drawing back in, belly button to spine, last one. And make these as gentle or as deep as you'd like. We can go easy or we can go therapeutic, which just sometimes goes a little deeper. Great, whenever you're ready, you can come back up. We'll bring both legs forward. Let's sweep the arms up. Inhale, palm to palm. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring the palms down or fingertips to the earth, allowing yourself to hinge forward. So you might have, this is a lot better of a view, isn't it? We'll press into the earth, learning, and we'll draw forward so we have a nice flat back. Tuck the chin, look down to the even knees, and you can bend into those knees. Following your breath, you might begin to sink deeper into your forward fold or Paschimottanasana as you tuck inward. Finding yourself coming deeper now, relaxing into your elbows, rounding into the spine, belly button draws toward the spine. Slowly press into the heels and ragdoll your way all the way back up. We'll bring our feet here now together with our knees wide, coming into Baddha Konasana. Take just a moment to squeeze into your, well, let's start with Baddha Konasana if you haven't done that before. I went right in. Find those sit bones here. Make sure you feel stable and secure. Knees wide. You might have blocks underneath. Feet together. They might be out a ways or they might be in toward your inner thighs here. So check in, see what feels right. Draw yourself nice and tall. For a side view, we can look here. And since I haven't been on my side, I'll do my side for this one. We'll have the feet together. We'll tuck forward, crown up, shoulders down. Take a pause. On your next inhale, we'll bring the feet to the mat, drape the hands forward over the shins, tucking maybe the forehead in toward the knees, rounding into the back, belly button to spine. Inhale, draw up, sit up tall. We'll bring the knees out, feet together, Baddha Konasana. Pause here. Inhale. Exhale, relax. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, feet into the mat. We'll drape over the knees, down the shins, toward the feet. Relax the head and the neck. Maybe a little rock side to side. Pressing into the earth, draw back up tall, feet come out, or knees come out, feet together. And now let's take a little massage into the calf, onto the shins, just applying a little bit of pressure down toward the ankles. I close my eyes a lot to be as present as I possibly can internally. So if you see me doing that, that's why. Draw the pressure in the feet all the way up through the heel, into the bed of the feet, or into the arch, and then the beds of the toes, and then each toe, and maybe the whole foot all the way back up the knees, up the thighs, out toward the edges of your bum, come up your ribs, say hello. Maybe take either arm, come all the way up, just a little pressure to make that connection, find those connection points. Slow it down. I always have to remind myself as well. We'll come down into the wrists, out into the fingertips, and back. Just do what comes naturally to you, into the fingers, into both sides. Give yourself as much time and attention as you need. And remember just how important every aspect of your being and your body is, and the health and well-being of our mind, body, spirit is pivotal to our well-being, to our vitality and longevity. And it takes time and attention like everything else. So that's what this class was all about. We'll come back into our seated, where we began. Well, actually we began on our back. So maybe let's go ahead and do that. We'll come all the way down on our back. I like to end where we begin, in a sense. We'll come all the way down to the floor, bring the hands down, find that pillow up underneath your head. And if you can bring your legs long, you can bring your legs long. You can come into Baddha Konasana, feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the feet together if you'd like, or the legs go long and feet splay open. Let your body begin to become soft and relaxed into the earth. Becoming sure, soft and strong, connected. Breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Continuing to follow your breath. We'll rest now in our Shavasana, or final resting pose. Continuing to follow your breath and allow your weight against the floor to keep you anchored and present to here and to now. For you and for this moment. Feel free to stay here in your Shavasana as long as you'd like. It was a pleasure sharing this practice with you today, and I hope it filled your cup and gave you a little bit of light to share with yourself and the world around you. And I hope to see you again soon. Namaste. Until next time.